Hello and welcome back. We are getting ready for our next run, and I think we are ready. So we are going to have the next run is Below the Ocean with Heponwana, and is 100% all gems, all chapters. Hep, take it away.
Hello everyone, my name is Heponwana. I am here to show you Below the Ocean, which is a super chill, it's precision platformer, but with all of those good vibes to kind of kick off a wonderful Saturday. So hopefully you have fun with this. 10%, all gems, all chapters pretty much means we're going to go through all 4 of these chapters you see in front of you. Each chapter has a different amount of gems. You can see 8 in chapter 1, 11 in 2, 9 in 3, 4 has 8. We need to get all of those gems along the way. So we're going to see the entire game. Obviously, no glitches. There's only one possible glitch that ever comes up in a run, and it's a bad one that leads to a loss of a diver anyways. So we definitely don't want those. So time will begin once I select speedrun mode on the first one of these, and time will end when we get the final treasure in chapter 4. So each chapter also has us picking up 8 gems in chapter 1, but there's also a treasure at the end of each one. I'll explain more about what we're doing as we go along, but time begins in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is an awesome game made by Ishmael Rodriguez. It is super chill, 1-bit type of visuals. We are this little diver, and we want to make sure we remain tethered to our oxygen. There's our first gem. We could do wall jumps. Very important, because if we couldn't do the wall jump, we would not have gotten that gem, and that would have been some bad news. Obviously, spikes, just like any game with this old school visual aesthetic, spikes are bad news. And then the tether on our air tanks has physics, including elasticity and stretchability. And we will use that tether's limited length to do things like right here, we linked up around that one rock, and that gave us a little more room to swing ourselves back up. We're going to use our tether once again. We can't climb those spikes on the right wall, so if we use our limited tether around this rock right here, and then use that elasticity, look at that, we spring right on up. This game kind of follows similar to Celeste, if you know it, with all those hidden strawberries. Similar idea here on getting those gems. Oh yeah, real quick, coyote jump off of the side of something. If you know coyote jumping, it's where you run off a ledge and you still have a couple frames to jump after you run off a ledge. It is named for Wile E. Coyote from Looney Tunes, but it's very much saying that game developers will put in to make things more comfortable for the player. So going back what I was saying though real quick, of gems. Just because we grab them doesn't mean we get them. Instead, the gems, we need to get to a safe spot before they'll count. So like this one, you're going to notice it's going to follow me around for a little bit. These bubbles will let us float up in these bubble currents, as well as they'll also give us a second jump, which will pop the bubble. They do not give us invulnerability, so we cannot use them to try and get over spikes in a more haphazard way. But we use these bubbles to float up and to double jump from time to time. And we will ride these different currents just like this. Pop the bubble so we could get on down. Sometimes we want that bubble so we could float up, but sometimes floating up can be dangerous, so we want pop the bubble before we get all the way up there. Another mechanic this game has is if you press down, you could speed up your fall, which is really important because your tether, like I said, has elasticity. Also, you could bop yourself back to a checkpoint to reset. I was tangled up in my tether to electrify that switch. We used these yellow electricity blocks to electrify our tether. But once you do that, you could be tangled up, so resetting to a checkpoint gets you back there so much quicker. So our tether has limited length, but also has some elasticity. So like, for example, when we fall, if we press down while falling, we can actually make that tether stretch a couple pixels extra, which may be enough to get us to go somewhere we weren't meant to go as it was designed. It's not a glitch, it's kind of taking advantage of the cool programming of the game. Like I said at the beginning, we don't want glitches because there's only one glitch I've ever had, and it's where you fall through a wall that you really don't want to, and it ends up leading to a death because, well, let's just say glitches are bad news in this game. So pressing down here, we extend our tether just a little. That tether was not meant to reach all the way down there. We're supposed to hit that air bottle that was up above. But by stretching our tether on that ball, we barely get through. And this ends chapter 1 as we collect the pearl. And now we'll do a little dance. I'll drink a little coffee. Everyone's feeling the good vibes. Hopefully you're feeling those good vibes. And of course, want to donate for a good cause. And now we are going to jump into episode 2. Each of these chapters has kind of a new mechanic involved and a new background song, so you get new vibes all the way through. The music on this game is just great. It's kind of has that exploring type of feel to it, you know, like you're underwater, but at the same time you also kind of have just a chill vibe. Like it's all about feeling that good, chill, positive environment. Well, bop a turtle. Do not bop turtles in real life. We're here for the animals, not to harm them. That turtle luckily did not get harmed, and bopping that one gives you a speed boost. It is the only speed boost turtle in the game. And so here we are just going to keep swinging back and forth and tethering along, ceiling to ceiling, and we're going to get this air bubble that will let us ride this current. We want to keep this air bubble. It's going to give us speed strats by keeping it, so do not pop it. Instead, keeping it, we could go right through here instead of having to avoid those crabs. Blue crabs, bad news. Those crabs, though, we would have had to climb that rock they were on and go slow and take our time, but instead, do not need to do that. Could not get through there. Barely off cycle from that. But anything that is blue and moving is typically going to kill you, except the eyes on these crabs. There is a sparkle off at the top of the screen. You might have barely saw a pixel of it. That was one of these gems. This room is all about really going fast and getting ahead of a cycle. This is not the intended route. This is the speed route. The casual route is meant to be a lot slower in that room. These turtles, I mentioned before, that one turtle was the only one that gives us a speed boost by bopping off of it. These ones just give us platforms. Want to be careful, that guy is off screen right there. We did not want to hit that. And then we'll bop off these turtles just to get up to this gem. Gem was in a nicely hidden room, and there we go, back to the room we came from. If we miss the wall here, our tether is so short that we wouldn't fall back to the start of that area. And now we want to just swing on up and barely didn't get the boost to get up to that blue bubble. New thing in this chapter, blue bubbles. You could use them like jetpacks. So this is where the only glitch I know of in this game occurs, is sometimes that little block back there, the the Tetris piece block, you could clip through it, and if you do, your tether doesn't hold you up and you fall the spikes below. So like I said, this game is perfect for no glitches allowed, because we do not want any glitches, because the only glitch in this game is a bad news glitch. So here, very hard to get. We want this blue bubble so we could stretch our cable just a little. And unfortunately, I was kind of moving a little weird there. The one thing about this game and the tether having its own physics is the tether can also pull you a little as you move the water. We're going to speed strats here. This is incredibly dangerous of a room. You'll notice we are untethered, so we are starting run out of air. If that timer counts down to 0 without a tether, we will explode. I know, typically you think you'll drown, but instead we'll explode. This room, nice big room with a lot to explore. Whoa, that is an interesting physics reaction. This game does have some cool, weird physics that are sometimes not fully explainable or predictable. It kind of makes it a little more fun though. Any of these big bubbles you'll see keep us breathing when we're untethered, but also give us above air physics. This crab, it's sparkling. Sparkling things have gems, which means we need to bop that hermit crab somehow, and we'll do it by being what I call the shine spark. So anytime you are yellow, you can kill blue moving objects. So like right there, we kill that crab because we're touching the yellow, we have the shine spark. We're going to try a very dangerous maneuver in this room. This is not how you're meant to go. You're meant to grab some air back there, and we barely get through. That is speed strats at their finest right there. These containers that look kind of like bags, you could use them to fling yourself, which will also break your tether. And up here is a very well hidden little puzzle room. If I could get these guys to behave, there they go. Oh, okay. You went a little higher than anticipated. There we go. Gotta get all three of them in that cage to get our gem. And then we will detether right here. Go for a big leap of faith. Bounce back to this thing. And we might have been a little low. We were a little low right there, unfortunately. Ooh. And there we go. We will fling ourselves up and over, skipping part of the chapter, part of the stage. A small part, but a part nonetheless. Here we want to go under this so we don't retether, so we don't have to detether again by stretching the tether. How many times can I say tether in one sentence? All the times. All right. So here, we need to get ourselves bop all of these fish to open the door, and through we go. This is the last real room in this chapter. Also a good time, if there are any announcements. Perfect time for it right now.
I guess there is. We do have one donation from Casual Speedrun for $7.77, and that's going towards one of our incentives. It's going towards the banana stapler, because banana. And that is one of our incentives that is coming up. It is for hell of an office. It is a staple bid war. Because I seriously do want to see the banana stapler, because I think that is so funny. So funny. Just because it's banana. Banana. But I want to say this game is super cute. I love all the bubbles. I love how many times you can say the word tether. It's so cute. The little is it an astronaut or are you underwater? Like I'm sitting here confused.
So here in this chapter, we have a cool new mechanic of grabbing these little yellow, oh no, I call them bits. So it's kind of, 4 of them make up a complete thing that will then typically break your tether, which seems like bad news. Also, this one has these clear bubbles, or clear bottles. The clear ones let you move in any dimension you want, and we could use that to smash through things by just ramming into, jumped a little high there. I was going to bop the ceiling. But, fighting my tether every once in a while, it really does fight you. But hitting things real hard with your momentum can break them. So the hardest to find hidden gem in this game, right here, the only one of these ceiling block clusters you could break. When this game first came out, super indie, so it means no one was playing it, unfortunately. Still not enough people playing it. I really recommend this one because it's got all those vibes. But trying to find that one gem was so impossible because no one was playing it. And therefore, there were no videos online, no guides online. It was pretty much just me going into it going, where would Ishmael Rodriguez hide the hardest to find gem? So we're getting really tangled in our tether right here, so we're just going to reset to our checkpoint, jump over that bounce pad, we open the door. Anytime you open a door, the door remains open. It's kind of an optimistic way in life. When you open a door, that door remains open for all opportunity. So now we have these little switch puzzles, and we can use our tether. Like I said, tether has physics. So we could use that tether to hit all of these switches, activate the mechanism, break our tether, and then move on through. So like right here, use it to get that gem. And then here is one of the hardest optional gems in the game, because we do not need to be in this area at all. This whole area down here is bad news. So we are just gonna not go that way. That's the wrong way of going. And I bopped. That's what happens when you bop yourself, but it's all good. We'll just take a second attempt, you know. If things don't work out in your favor, no harm in trying again. So you could grab that air bubble right there to refill your air, but I felt confident we'd get up here to that air bubble. Another new mechanic, the things that shoot you. And they shoot you with a lot of momentum. It's easy enough to break the momentum, as you just saw, if you're going with too much momentum. And so we will just use them and these tether breakers to kind of fling ourselves through rooms as quick as we can. Right here, just fling through another. It'll smash us through blocks. This chapter is all about breaking blocks for the most part. Grab this bubble, and we want this bubble before we come down here. These clear walls that have no texture, they have no texture because you cannot grab onto them. You cannot grab a wall with no texture. We take an intentional bop there so we don't have to wait for this jellyfish. We can barely jump over it, and that keeps us on a slightly quicker cycle. Even with that loss of time to restart, that puts us ahead. So every room has, just like Celeste. If you know Celeste, Celeste is the prototypical perfect, like, precision platformer in so many ways. It and Meat Boy, well, like Celeste, I know that one better than Meat Boy, so I go with it. So like with Celeste, there is a entry cycle and a death cycle. And the entry cycle is the cycle of the room when you enter it. The death cycle is the cycle of the room if you die. We don't want to see the death cycle often, but every once in a while, getting that death cycle is a little quicker than the entry cycle, even taking the intentional death to get back to that cycle. Once again, just like with tether, how many times can I say cycle in a row? So we're just going to hit this, try to not get re-tethered here. Haha, did not want to be tethered. That saved us a few seconds, and then we'll be tethered here. You might saw there's a gem at the top of a room. How are we going to get that? By going all the way back through. Then we will grab this gem, get re-tethered once again, and there we go. Clean through that room. Some of the gems, very easy find, but confusing how to get. This is, by the way, a very, very hard. Oh, and he did not grab me. I'll try this once more. The dangerous route. Come on. Oh, he grabbed me. So that one is not how you're intended to do it. You're intended to do it slightly different, but speedrun strats, we want to save some time, so we're not going to do it how it's intended. We're going to do it as fast as we can. That's what we're all about. Another chance for us to break the ceiling a little bit. And then in this next room, we are going to intentionally take a few deaths because it is so much quicker than going back. So grab this blip or pip or bit. I keep changing what I call it. Smash through here. And we're going to take another intended death because it's quicker than working our way back here, which we would have had to have done. Hit this bit, and there we go. We break through here. And now we need to hit that button to open that cage. And that is how we will be very mindful of that jellyfish. That jellyfish does not want to be our friend. Get our air refresh there. You can't keep that bubble because of that big air pocket. That air pocket, anytime you have a bubble power up, that air pocket will get rid of it no matter what you're doing. And here we have the final normal room of Chapter 3. Important thing, though, is if you hit these jellyfish too quick, your shine spark energy will not get to you in time, and you will actually bop yourself on those jellyfish. So, to avoid bopping, we want to just, need a little more momentum. Too much momentum. Like I said, your tether is its own special thing. And in this area, for once we don't run off screen to the right, the treasure is in the middle of the main screen. We do a little dance. I love this dance. Like everything about this game, it's just the positive vibes. And now we are down to Chapter 4. Chapter 4 is the final one. It is the only one where you could kind of soft lock yourself out of 100%. So we want to be smart and careful about it. We also have these cool speedy bubbles. They really stretch our tether, because you'll notice as we go through, my tether will not be long enough for a lot of things here. But by using these speedy bubbles, we could stretch the tether and just blast on through. Want to avoid, down there is an air pocket. It'd get rid of our speedy tether. If you zip into an enemy with your electrified speedy tether, you keep it. So that's very important to keep in mind. We'll use one to get up here, and then we need to keep ourselves electrified until we get through that. So there we go. Do not hit that air pocket in the middle there, or you would have a problem. You'd fall down and land on those spikes. This room, we are very much going to do unintended strats. You're meant to go up above. We're not doing that. This is all about speedrun. Speedrun is all about how can you take advantage of your tether and the physics. And then this screen, very unique one. It is, I think, the only screen in the game that has 2 gems in it. So right here, we are immune while we are shine sparking. We are very much immune to moving enemies, and we want to keep that in mind as we go through things. Because we are actually, and once again, stretch our tether, we're going to have to bop some enemies. And as long as we remain electrified, we've got it. So for example, in this room, all of these blue spikes that are moving at us, as long as we are electrified, blue moving objects we can destroy. You'll notice this one here shines. It had a sparkle to it. Sparkle means gems, and we need to keep our shine spark in this room or we will soft lock from beating it with 100%. Because we needed to do that. And there we go. If we did not have the shine spark and keep as we entered the room, we would not have been able to get up there, and we could not get that gem without restarting the run. I call this room the Indiana Jones room because you just keep running as all of the darts and traps are shooting at you. Another new mechanic right here, these blocks that we could drag. They'll hold down switches for us, and they serve as portable oxygen devices if we need them. You could drag 2 at one because our diver buddy is pretty darn strong. He's got all those muscles. Oh, and I knew I pulled that 1 pixel too far. So that block, when I pulled them both at once, saved time. Unfortunately, pulled it just a touch too far and could not do that all in one swift movement. So we're going to do some more collecting of gems and keeping this shine spark right now. We are immune to these fish, immune to this moving spike. Not those non-moving blue spikes, but the moving blue spikes we are immune to. Re-grab that shine spark and we could grab or bash through these targets and it'll keep our shine spark active. So in this room, I want to go down here. And now reset the room. We keep the gem, we keep that door open, and we saved ourselves a lot of time while doing 100%. And we will just continue going through the... That was not what I meant to do. For some reason, I thought my tether was a little longer. That is all on me. So we want to keep our shine spark once again. So we could tether right there. Tether here. Gem in the bottom left. Avoid this air pocket. We need to keep this bubble. If we lose this bubble, we cannot get back. And we need to go right under there. Very tight fit. We are actually coming up near the end of this run. We only have a few rooms left. So I mentioned before...
I would say,
oh, go for it.
do you have time for a quick donation?
Yes, I do.
We have $25 from Buzzer Yum Yum with the comment of, "Happy diving, Heponwana. Here's to the pups." Definitely, here's to the pups.
Thank you. Heponwana's me. My mind is on the speedrun. Buzzer Yum Yum's my partner, and she's always there supporting me during speedrun events, so always good to, have love and support, including we've got our pups who are probably on the couch watching this with her, so bring in more money for the puppers, for the kitties, for all the good animals. These things right here blow up. We want to be careful not to be caught in there blowing up, because blowing up, not a good thing for divers, only for these mines. So right here, this is one of the rooms where your cycle can make things easy or hard. I was on kind of a intermediate cycle there, not the easiest one. Your tether can give you enough momentum to push you up around here, and we want to be mindful of that. And now we're at the last real room of this run. There's a couple short rooms, like, the standard fall down. Wait for our shine spark. The shine spark does not disappear from the little projectiles, only the big things. And time is coming up in about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 time. I'm bad at timing that, my bad. But there we go. 4 treasures for the 4 chapters. A whole mess of gems to get 100% on the gems. 4 cool little dances. Not too many deaths. And hopefully a lot of entertainment and good chill vibes to help you all start off a weekend. I love Saturdays. I love having a good chill environment to kick off the weekend. But that would be 100% all gems, all chapters on Below the Ocean. Highly encourage check this game out, even just casually. It's always on sale on Steam, and when it's not on sale, it's still really affordable. It's only a few dollars for the game, and it's still full of the chill vibes. But thank you so much for having me for this run, and I will be back tomorrow morning with another run. So it's great to be here, and always an honor to be able to show off some glitchless, good games.
That was amazing. I loved that game. I loved all the mechanics of the bubbles, and I loved everything about this game. I definitely will have to check out this game. It's so cool. Wow. Wild. That was Below the Ocean. Thank you, Heponwana. That was so cool. So awesome. All right. Our next game, Our Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That sounds like a cool and interesting game to me. But why would they eat my neighbors? Maybe we'll find out. Who knows? We are going to take a quick break. So you guys stay cool, stay hydrated, grab a drink, grab a snack. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, everyone. You are watching No Glitches Allowed 2025. I'm still Tabby Ecstasy, still your host here. In addition to monetary donations, did you guys know Go Rescue is always in need of supplies to keep the pups happy and healthy? They accept dry and canned dog food, bleach, cheap paper towels, laundry detergent, furniture, and even vehicles. You can also go to gorescuedogs.com and go to How Can I Help tab to find their Amazon wish list. Let's help out those pups. I want to do another quick talk about the Hell of an Office stapler bid war. Guys, like looking at all the kind of staplers we can get, a unicorn stapler, a diamond stapler, the basic stapler, a demon stapler, or a banana stapler. Come on, guys. I want to see the banana stapler, but I'm also interested in that demon stapler. That just sounds kind of interesting. A demon stapler, for those anime fans out there, makes me think of some of the animes out there. But another reminder, we're raising funds for Go Rescue. The Go Rescue website has its own section for adoption success stories. I love reading adoption success stories so much. While we get set up for the next run, please go check out gorescuedogs.com/success stories for some adorable pictures and heartwarming tales. We love those. I love adorable pictures. I love taking adorable pictures of my cat, even though he does not like me sometimes. There are some days he just looks at me, it's like, ma'am, please stop taking pictures of me. But it's like, I'm a cat parent. Gotta take those pictures when I can. Also, don't forget, if you're looking to donate, make sure you type !donate in chat to get the link to our Tiltify page where you can make a direct donation. If we have amazing incentives of bid wars for you to choose from, like the Hell of an Office bid war, for you to choose from, so you can get those donations in to help them get met. I want to see so many things happen, guys.